Okay, welcome everyone for another short video. And I'm so sorry I'm again not able to be on the video because I'm just coming back from office. I got late today, but I thought as promised I must still record the video and help you as much as possible. So this video is again going to be very short as we've been doing for the other ones. In this video, we are going to just discuss about the syllabus of the Designs Act. As you all know, the aspiring patent agents, they would know that from now onwards, besides the Indian Patents Act, Designs Act has also been included in the syllabus. So this is for the first time we are going to see what questions will come, what all will be covered as a part of the final examination. So this video is a small attempt to help you start preparing for the Design Act as well, and the kind of reference material that you should have ready in your hand before you sit for it, and few more other things that I'll take you through. Okay, so patent agent exam has got a new syllabus. Like I said, besides the Patents Act, it's a Design Act again. That has been added. Besides that, there is an IP administration, international treaties, and IP jurisprudence that has been included as well. For this, I've done a very short video already, which you can go and see. Its link is being provided in the video description. So let's get into the presentation for which we have connected today. This is about the Designs Act. So the reference material that you would need is one, the Bare Act, that is the Act copy, the code of the Design Act. This you can download from the Intellectual Property Office's website, or you can also order from Amazon. In Amazon, you'll find different publishers. There is Universal, there is Commercials. You can order from any one of it. Just make sure that you are ordering the Act copy, which is the latest one, which has the latest amendments included. And then the second reference material that you should keep with you ready as a hard copy is the Manual of Design Practice and Procedures. It's about 80 pages. So if you print out back to back, it will be just 40 pages. And the Bare Act copy is also very thin, which you order from Amazon, which has its own corresponding rules as well. Plus some articles which are shared with all of you, at least to those who register for the live classes. I share with you all the relevant reference material as far as articles are concerned. So anyway, contents that should be ideally read through and covered under the Design Act. So you must go through the international agreements plus the key provisions and concept. I mean, there are around 48 provisions in the Design Act plus similar set of rules. Out of that, there are few concepts which all of you must be aware of that you must definitely prepare for the upcoming exam. Then IP jurisprudence as far as Designs Act is concerned. Okay, the presidential case laws and the recent judgments as well. And we are going to discuss some of those references in the subsequent slides. You must also know drafting of design application. Now, if you go to the Patent Office website, you may not find the file wrappers to see how the design applications are drafted, but I'll give you one reference point where you can go through and so let's go one by one. The first one was about the international agreements. For that, you must read Hague Agreement. You must also be aware of the Paris Convention for the protection of industrial property, which includes protection of design rights. That is as far as priority date is concerned. You must also read about the Locarno Agreement, which is about the classification of designs. Now key provisions and concepts. These are few that I've listed here, but if you can go through these ones at least and prepare yourself well, I can assure you that you would have covered 90% of the syllabus as far as Designs Act is concerned. For that, you must read section 2, especially section 2D, section 2B, and few more relevant ones. Second is the interlinkage between the Design Act and the Copyright Act. Don't think that Design Act operates in isolation. It also operates in line with the Copyright Act. Does it mean that you have to read through Copyright Act as well? Definitely not, but there are certain key provisions of the Copyright Act and Design Act which should be read together, because there is a concept of manufacturing of design beyond a certain copies. It loses copyright protection and owns just the design registration if you have done it. So that interlinkage and the case laws, this is a very, very beautiful concept. This you must learn and go through. Then about the classification of goods. There are around 19 classes and one more miscellaneous one. You must know under which all different classes designs can be registered. And that is why Locarno agreement is important for you. The other one is about the registration process. As to right from the time of creating an application until the time it gets prosecuted, it goes to the examiner, back to the controller, and controller to the back to the applicant. It has it goes through a certain process. So that entire process has to be learned, which you should be able to do it from the Bare Act as well as from the manual. Then about the process of design cancellation. Once design is registered, what is to be done to get it cancelled? Okay, there is no pre-grant sort of an opposition here. Design registration can be cancelled only after it has been registered. The next concept is about the restoration of lapsed design. So this is also an important one. Similar to the Patents Act, we have a similar concept in the Design Act also. The another important one is name of substitution. I mean the substitution in the name of the applicant. तो ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि जब डिजाइन रजिस्टर हो जाता है तो आप इसको असाइन कर देते हो किसी को, या ट्रांसमिशन होता है और लाइसेंसिंग होता है. सो देयर इज अ चेंज इन द ओनरशिप, राइट? सो व्हेन दैट हैपेंस, सडनली इन द डिजाइन रजिस्टर आल्सो the name of the proprietor must change. So there is a process, there is a form that has to be filed. So that you must know. Another is restrictive or abusive conditions. Similar to the Patents Act, even in design, जैसे आप किसी को license करते हो, there are certain terms and conditions which are totally prohibited. These are not considered to be the good terms. So those restrictive or abusive terms are listed that you must definitely be aware of. When you read the act, you'll find it very complex, but if you have a mentor or if you join the live classes, anyway we are going to discuss everything in detail. Then you must learn about assignment, transmission and recordation. How does it happen? How do you get it recorded in the patent office? Then another concept about register of design, powers of controller and the evidence. So अगर आप ये सब पढ़ लेते हो और अच्छे से prepare कर लेते हो इसके FAQs, its question answers, its process, the flow charts, everything, then you are. Then next is about the IP jurisprudence, because IP jurisprudence is good for both Patents Act and Design Act. The exam might ask you questions around relevant judgments that have been passed. So all important case laws are discussed in detail in live classes. Once again, I must repeat, क्योंकि case laws are quite big enough, it becomes very boring. तो live classes में हम क्या करते हैं, उसकी summary discuss करते हैं, and we try to connect the dots with the relevant provisions. तो उससे आपको provision becomes very easy to understand. If any one of you is interested for the live classes, you can do so even now. We are starting from Sunday itself. The classes are starting from day after. But you still have time, you can still register, and I've given you the link. It's www.triple.com. Anyway, coming back, the important case laws are under the IP jurisprudence. What case laws you must learn about? So there is a concept of originality and novelty. There are three very important case laws which I have listed in this slide. You can pause at this slide and note it down, and then you can go through it at your later stage. You can open up the case law from internet, start reading it. Second is about the prior art disclosure. How is novelty determined? So let's say if there is a prior publication, if there is a prior exhibition, or you discuss it with somebody in secrecy, or you use it for research work. I mean, everything related to prior art disclosure, there are around 5 very important case laws which I have listed here. Again, you can pause the slide at every stage and you can note these. Other is about the definition of article, where clarity has been provided as to what should amount to an article. It's been discussed in Hero Motocorp versus Sri Amba Industries. Another is about design protects aesthetics and not the functionality. Functionality is protected in Patents Act. So this clarity has been given in 3 very important case laws. Again listed here, you can note it down. Then interlinkage between copyright and design. How these two acts work together. There are 5 important case laws which are most recent, which you can definitely go through and read about those. Now also you should see page 65 to 85 of the manual. There are lots of case laws listed which are of importance. Now the only thing is that since manual was created almost a decade ago, it's not an updated one, I think. So you might find a little older case laws, but that should be okay, because these 10 pages of manual which provides you list of case laws plus the recent ones that I have just provided you as a part of this presentation, if you go through these, you're good. Now design application drafting, which is the last thing that you must know. And I have told you that it's not available, file wrappers are not really available on the designs platform of the Indian Patent Office website. So you can go and see the manual. Last few pages, it shows you the representative list. So you'll get to know how novelty disclaimer is provided, how other things are listed, how representation is to be filed. So this is how to it. Now, this was about the Design Act and the complete syllabus. There is another video about the Patents Act and the syllabus that you must be covering as far as Patents Act is concerned. For that, there is another video that has already been done for you, which is just 10 minutes shorter one, or maybe little longer one, because Patent Act is a very detailed code, so it required that kind of a thorough input. I'll provide all these links in the video for you. Now, how to join India International IP Forum? This is the forum from where I teach on weekends only, which is every Sunday we meet at 11 a.m. Live classes are held, and around 50 to 60 hours I'll spend with you over this time period until the date of examination. As soon as you register, you also get a dashboard. Now this dashboard has all class recordings, class presentations. It has all my recorded lectures. It has all the book chapters also which I authored, the Master Guide to Patent Agent Exam. All the book chapters are provided, including all past year solved question papers from 2008 onwards. So it's quite a comprehensive dashboard. It has several quizzes and mock tests also. Further, you will find lot of ready reckoners in the form of flowcharts, mnemonics, and several case laws and their summaries. It is super easy to join the live classes. You just simply have to go to the website, which is www.trippleipf.com, which you also see in this slide. If you still have any problem, you can contact at this WhatsApp number. Just simply say hi and post your query. And there is an FAQ, FAQ for the live classes that has also been created. Just a 10-minute video. That link also I'll provide you you'll see in the video description. Don't forget to join Telegram group. The link you'll find in the description again. It's a generic group, of course, where you can exchange your views, exchange any information. And this is how you keep connected with the like-minded